Hello, I'm Edward, and as you can see, I'm not wearing my HR Hub Plus t-shirt today.
And I'm Emily, and I am wearing my HR Hub Plus t-shirt today.
And together we are
HR Hub Plus.
Did you know that if at interviews you are asked questions that relates to a protected characteristic under the Equality Act, namely age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage or civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sex and sexual orientation, that's a mouthful, and you are then treated less favorably because of your answers, then you are entitled to make a claim of unlawful discrimination at an employment tribunal. This video is all about questions a prospective employer should not ask at an interview, and we'll be right back after the break. So let's start with the first one. Emily.
The first one is health. You generally should not be asked about health or disability related questions either at an interview stage or on an application form, including how many days sickness you've had in your previous employment. This is unlawful under the Equality Act 2010. However, you can be asked about your ability to carry out a function which is essential to the role that you're applying for. If you have a disability that could impact your ability to do the role, your employer should consider whether you can still do it if reasonable adjustments are made.
There are some limited situations where an employee is allowed to ask questions about your health or disability before offering you the job. For example, if you apply for a role in a distribution warehouse where you will need to carry heavy boxes, a prospective employer is entitled to ask whether you have any health condition which may impact on your ability to perform this task. The ability to carry is essential to the role.
The next is age. You should not be asked your age or date of birth. Crafty employers do try to get around this by posting related questions, such as asking an older applicant how long he or she has left of working until retirement, but this would also be unlawful.
Marital status, children, and pregnancy. Prospective employers should avoid asking questions about your marital status, whether you have children or are planning a family soon. It is acceptable, though, to be asked whether there are any responsibilities that could interfere with your attendance at work. You should furthermore not be questioned about your sexual preference.
The next is race. If on the basis of your name or appearance, an interviewer were to ask you where you were born, your race, native language or religious views or affiliations, this could be seen as potential discrimination if you are not offered the role. You should be interviewed on the merits of your expertise only for the role you are applying for.
Previous convictions. Now, the Rehabilitation of Offenders Act, ROA, allows most convictions and all cautions, reprimands and final warnings to be considered spent after a certain period. This period, known as the rehabilitation period, is determined by the sentence or disposal given rather than by the type of offense. The ROA gives people with spent convictions, cautions, reprimands and final warnings the legal right not to discuss them when applying for jobs. It is against the law for an organization to obtain information about an individual's spent cautions or convictions unless the law specifically states that they can ask an exempted question. Usually when someone is applying for a job or role that is exempt from the ROA, such as the police force. If you apply for a job that is exempt from the ROA, an employer is entitled to request details of spent and unspent convictions and cautions that are not protected, and is entitled to take this information into account when determining your suitability for the role.
And that, viewers, brings us to the end of this video.
If you are looking for professional advice and guidance, you can contact us on
hubteam@hrhubplus.com
or 0333 577 0788. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button
and hit the like button.
till our next one. Have a good one.